Those who are opposed, do the same. Those who are abstain, raise your hands. Thank you. Sige po, palakpakan natin ang Panginoon at malapit na tayo magtapos. Let's now call on the Tagaytay Mission Camp Report. This is the next to the last item, and I hope that we will go happily ever after.
Of Christ our Lord be with us all. In behalf of the United Methodist Church, Tagaytay Mission Center Incorporated, I would like to greet beloved Bishop and Mrs. Seri Francisco, our two district superintendents, pastors, deaconesses, members of this conference, and guests. A blessed day. Our bishop scheduled the meeting of the UMC-TMCI last Kasuko, Dan Fonasher, Liz Mariano, Rainer Puno, Veronica Tiano. To serve for 2 years, Pastor Aga Bautista, Pastor Percy Gregorio, Rod Mangayayam, Cynthia Nakpil, Pat Nievera. And to serve for 1 year, Armand Bawan, Romeo Carlos, Pastor Max Gabriel, Lou Gayao, and Letty Nakpil. After elections, the board met and elected the following officers: President yours truly, Vice President Veronica Tiano, Secretary Lou, members not only from the board but also from the corporate members. The board again met last April 23 at the UMC headquarters. We heard the updates on the financial status of the UMC TMCI, and also the report on the center's monthly occupancy. Attorney Dan Fonasher was tasked to review the contract for the staff, and the personnel committee was also tasked to come out with a personnel handbook. We just gave a copy now of the audited financial report for 2017 to our bishop and the secretariat. Those who are interested may see it anytime from the Secretariat. The accomplishment report for the year 2017 is as follows. On January 14, the team building facility was put up with the agreement of the Board of Members to donate some amount during the board meeting last December 14, 2016. And in March 16, the approval of the new rates were the following. Excuse me. New lodging rate of 300 pesos per person. Previous rate was 250 for non-PAC members, and minimum of 10 persons. The new lodging rate of 200 pesos per head. Previous conference session last April 2017. And purchase of first water heater unit installed at the bishop's room in room 8 was made in time for the preparation of the PAC annual conference session. And in January, between January 1 to 15, the electrical rehabilitation and water heater of the board, headed by Mr. Rainer Puno, the honorarium of Reverend John Manalo as the on-call chaplain of the camp with the amount of 5,000 a month. He also holds weekly Bible studies to the staffs. Implementation of the new salary rate of Tessie Bautista, the housekeeping staff, and was given contract as regular staff, but she is no longer entitled to government benefits due to her age. Requested a lump sum amount of 20,000 pesos and monthly installment of 7,435 for 12 months. September 19, 2017, donation received from Bishop and Mrs. Francisco 25,000 pesos for the installation of the new main gate. Other donations they made are the following: a personal refrigerator, a microwave oven, bread toaster, coffee maker, and extension wire. The new main gate, housekeeping, and housekeeping stockroom metal shelves were installed in November 15, and in November 17, 32 inches each month. Lean months are during rainy season, June to September. She also informed the body that we still do not have the business permit of the center because the PACBOT has not heeded to our request since December 2015 to give our administrator authorization of the use of frac from the BOT chairman to be able to apply for a building permit so we could also have the business permit retreat center or a camp center. At first, just before that, there was a donation made by a member of Knox Church in Cavite. But the place was not, I think somewhere in Dasmariñas, Cavite, but the place was not conducive for a retreat center. So it was not used. And besides, there was some problem with the children, children who did not agree in their. Finally, they saw this 3-hectare property in Tagaytay. It was really very difficult to raise funds. My mother was after the term of Mr. Ulpiano Dipano, it was my mother who took over, and they were going house to house to members asking for donations to be able to buy the property. In fact, some of the deaconesses were part of this. I remember, I think if Norma Doliaga is here, I think she can verify that my mother asked her to go with her to members of their church. I think this was in Malabon or Navotas. Surrounding it are houses of members of our church. In fact, there are some of, I think, one of our members who got elected has a house there. Si Mr. Pat Rivera. May bahay po siya doon. And sa Tagaytay Mission Camp. I have to, it's just so painful for me to how I feel that there are some who think that we have some personal interests in the camp. I just want to let you know how difficult it was, why we feel this much about Tagaytay Mission Camp. Sa Tagaytay Mission Camp, ako first na involved sa church work. And Mrs. Casuco assigned me to stay there with the Americans, and my assignment every morning was to gather all the basura of the different rooms. It was really so humbling for me, but that was the start when I got myself committed to serving the Lord in the church, because I was just going to church every Sunday for a few hours and go back home. Wala po akong commitment until that time. That's why I just felt so attached to that Tagaytay Mission Camp, and I saw how difficult it was for us to make people understand that we were doing it for the church, kasi wala pong naniniwala na makakapagtayo ng camp doon because nga walang pera, wala naman nagsusupport. So we were working with the Americans. Sila po, they were giving us some funds. The first thing that we put up was the church. Inuna po namin yung simbahan, bago po yung building. And that time, si Mrs. Tiano, they had a very lucrative business. And they were giving also their personal funds also. Thank you. They were also giving their personal funds doon. Sila po yung Dave Gutierrez po, tsaka yung asawa niya. Dave Gutierrez was then president of Avon. So their resources was also being used there. Sila, ang mga ayam po, sila po, we would go there. Hindi lang po kami nag-donate. Kami po, sabi ko nga po, at first, ang assignment ko, tagapulot ng basura every morning. Pagkatapos po noon, they would give me the merienda na ginagawa po nila, Mrs. Milagring, I forgot her name. Milagros Soriano and Mrs. Casuco, dadaling ko po yung mga merienda doon para pakain doon sa mga Amerikano at saka mga Filipino volunteers na gumagawa. Pagkatapos po, later on, na-improve na ako, pwede na ako, nakikitulong na rin po akong gumagawa doon. Kaya, meron pa kami picture ni Bishop Juan no, na puro putik po ako kasi kami na Pastor Gregorio, nag-aano po kami nagbi-mix kami ng simenta, and nung nag-visit yung mga taga-Nax na women, nakita nila, they could not believe na ako yun because sila, Dave Gutierrez at saka po sila Rod mga ayam. And then para po silang, I don't know how to describe how they are being treated here. Sila po ay nagkaroon ng sama ng loob sa church, so they started attending Union Church. Union Church was started by the Methodist and the Presbyterian. Them that way na pag nag-report dito, questionin natin, bakit kayo member ng Harris? Bakit kayo nag-serve sa KKFI? Bakit kayo nag-aas sa Tagaytay? Ganun po ba? Is that how God wants us to treat our brothers? Hindi po ba sinasabi sa atin is to love our brothers and sisters, for us to be humble. But is that how, parang I'm sorry, but I just have to voice out what I feel with how we have been treated for so many years. Hindi po kami pumunta na inaangkin namin. When we have our meetings, do we even have any honorarium? It's not like when you're a member of Wesleyan University, when you're a member of PCU, na board, na whenever you have a meeting, you get an honorarium. Kami po wala. We do not, and even pang gasolina, hindi po kami kumukuha. Kami po ang nagbibigay. Of course, whatever we give comes from God. Hindi naman, wala naman kaming may pagmamalaki na we own this. Hindi po, because whatever we have is from the Lord.
Okay.
Pero, I just want to, I just have to voice this out because ilang years na po na we are treated as if mga, mga magnanakaw or talagang meron lang kami mga personal interest in this Tagaytay Mission Camp.
Sige po, we have heard you.
May I give my recommendations, Bishop?
Let's deal on your recommendation later. Okay, I need a motion to accept the report, the heartwarming report. Yes, Pastor Marvin, please.
Bishop and members of the conference, I move to accept the report of the Tagaytay Mission Camp Chair.
Yes, do you have any question? Mr. Kuyagam and then si Brother Sam.
Bishop and members of the conference, it is only now that I have come to know about this usufruct requirement. Our discussion before at the previous annual conference, I think.
Are you referring on the recommendation?
No, Bishop.
All
To the
right.
report.
Sige po, sige.
Oo. Dahil I was referred to in the report
Yeah, sige
that
po.
I have not given the usufruct. This is the first time that I have come to know that this is needed. What we discussed then was I was going to give as SPA to the administrator so that they can get the necessary permits and licenses so that they could build the building. And I did that, Bishop. In fact, I asked her to come to the headquarters building to get that SPA. And she acknowledged that she got it.
I'm sorry, Gam, Joanna said that you did that. You said now that we were illegal and you cannot give. That was what you said.
No,
So-
that was previously released. I did that after that. That was a long ago statement. Okay, so this is the first time I heard of a use of rock. I thought that when she got that SPA, everything was was going well, because I have not heard from her since.
All right. Brother Sam.
Good afternoon, Bishop and
Yes.
members of this conference. This is not a question but only an inquiry.
Opo.
On page 2, our bishop donated 25,000 for the new installation of the main gate. I would like to know what happened to the old gate.
To the what?
Old gate that was donated by St. Paul.
Old Gate.
Nabakal na po ba?
Nasira na po yata yun eh.
Kasi when I was there, it's still okay pa konti lang sa pintura. That was donated by St. Paul United Methodist Men. Ano po ba nangyari doon?
May.
Kaya
Nasira
maganda.
na po yata and
Nandun pa ba?
para naging mas matibay kasi nagkaroon ng instance na napasok po
Okay.
yung
Yun lang
Nabakal
po.
bote po. Nabakal bote siguro.
Meron pa akong isang inquiry.
Opo.
Gusto ko bang malaman ang taon nitong ikakasal? Ilang taon na po siya?
Ano po? Yung kakasal?
Yung ikakasal po,
Opo.
yung anak ni Pastor Edsa,
Yes po.
ilang taon na po yun?
Nandito ba yun, ikakasal?
How old is he?
Sorry po, hindi ko po alam. I don't
That is too personal naman eh. Yung teka muna, Uncle Sam, uy, yung gate siguro nabakal bote na yun. Now, ito maganda. Kung iniisip mo, mawawala yung St. Paul doon. Bayaran mo ako ng 25. Ipapangalan natin sa St. Paul yun. Alright, Pastor Menry. And then si Atty.
Po,
Carlos.
salamat po ng marami. Siguro po for transparency lamang. Dito po nagkaroon kayo ng pulong no January 13. Ilan po ang miyembro ng korporasyon na dumating? Kasi dapat po mag-appear dito. Ilan ang buong dumalo ng korporasyon? Assuming na nag-elect kayo ng Board of Trustees, meaning to say, there's a corporation meeting.
Yes, opo, that's right. Kaya po yung sa corporation meeting po, ang nag-preside po was si Bishop.
Ilan po ang dumalo
Ilan
na corporation?
yung naka-attend?
Corporating corporators.
Hindi ko po alam, pero for us to have a meeting, meron pong quorum. And also, nung pong sa election, si COMELEC chairman po, Judge Larida po ang nag-ano po.
Interesado po ako
pero
doon.
I just want to make sure na may quorum po kasi siguro si Judge and si Bishop hindi naman po papayag na we go on with the meeting na wala pong quorum.
Kasi dapat mailagay po dito para wala pong bahid ng pag-aalinlangan. Alam niyo po kung bakit? Ako po ay miyembro ng korporasyon. Ako po ay hindi po nabigyan ng marami ho kami na miyembro ng korporasyon na hindi po kami inabisuhan na may corporation meeting ng January 13.
Hindi ko po alam. Pero kayo po, nagulat nga po ako kasi kayo po ay, sinabi ni Bishop Juan nga daw na nag-resign kayo sa lahat na he was still the bishop here.
Hindi po.
In all your positions.
Tama po yun. Pero
Opo.
noon pong ginawa uli yung membership ng corporation, si Bishop Seri na po uli ang nakaupo sa Tagaytay Mission Camp.
Hindi, ano na yun
Hindi
eh.
po. Before
Organize
po
na kayo, i-implement ko na lang yung ano.
Opo, before
Anyway,
po po.
the
Opo.
question is how many?
How
So
many? Ilan po ba?
You don't have the data,
I'm sorry po, I don't have the
but as far as I remember, there was a quorum. So
Meron po ba?
I authorized the business meeting.
Opo. Basta may quorum.
Opo.
Okay. Salamat po.
Titiyak ko sa inyo, hindi kolorum yung meeting na ginawa. Si Attorney tinawag ko and then si Pastor Resty. Attorney.
Good afternoon, Bishop. Good afternoon, fellow delegates.
Yeah.
I stand here to have a privilege, a 2-minute privilege speech.
Sure, sige po.
At this point in time, while I thank the speaker and the rest who were responsible in donating and exerting all efforts to come up with this grandiose Tagaytay Mission Camp, we thank them na pinangungunahan po ni Ate Liz. We recognize that, we acknowledge that. But that will not change the fact that from the time Tagaytay Mission Camp entered and occupied the area, the legal owner at that time is already Philippine Annual Conference United Methodist Church. Can I proceed, Mr. Chair? Okay. Madali lang po ito. Kaya ako sinunod po para madali po.
Sige po.
Okay. By virtue of the approved conference action during the 105th regular session of the Philippine Annual Conference, 30 delegates were elected as members of the UMC Tagaytay Mission Camp and Conference Inc., for which they were directed to convene and elect among themselves the 15 members of the Board of Trustees. That was during the 105th regular session. In obedience to this approved action, the elected members convened, during which there was quorum, and thereafter elected the 15 members of the BOT. Nangyari po yun. But for some reasons, a group contested it during the 106th regular session. And thereafter, the said action has been reiterated after exhaustive discussion. And so it was reiterated. Again, for some reasons, the approved conference action, which is reiterated during the next regular session, has been sustained. And there were attempts to defy and openly violate it. Now, during the 107th regular session, that was last year, the same had been reiterated for implementation. So ano po yun? No, sinasabi ko, yung elected na 30, they will elect among themselves yung 15. That has been reiterated during last regular session, doon po sa Tagaytay. And those who were expected to comply oftenly defied and brazenly violated it. Bakit po? Why I should say that na-violate po siya? Because of what happened. Because record would show that election was conducted po noong January 13, as pointed out by Ms. Lisa Mariano at PCU. It was participated in by 29 individuals. Now, of the 29 individuals, only 16 of them were the ones nominated and elected by the PAC. I have my record here. Ulitin ko po. 29 po ang nag-attend noong January 13. Doon sa 29 po, 16 of them were the ones nominated by PAC. Ayon po dun sa previous conference action. Okay? The remaining 30 who participated in the election were not among those nominated and elected members of the PAC-UMC. With the participation of both those members who were nominated by the PAC-UMC and those participants who were not nominated by the PAC-UMC, the election was allowed to proceed. Nagtuloy po sila. Okay? And the election proceeded. At ito po, meron po akong listahan kung sino po yung 15 na na-elect. Now, because of this participation of individuals not nominated by the PAC-UMC, such election, to my mind, is not in accordance with the approved conference action. Kitang-kita po yun na hindi po sinunod yung tatlong conference-approved actions. It would be improper then for the 15 individuals who garnered highest votes to claim as members of the BOT. Doon po sa 15 na na-elect po, the 8 among the 15 were not nominated by PAC-UMC. I don't want to mention those names for some reasons. Pero andito po, yung na-elect na 15 po, 8 po doon ay hindi na nominate ng PAC-UMC. Basta dumating na lang po sila noong January 30 for whatever, siguro in-invite sila. But it is not in accordance with the approved conference action during the last 3 regular sessions on 105, 106, and 107. Kaya, yun po ang nangyari. And therefore, what I'm saying, Mr. Chair, is that the election that was conducted on, when was that? January, is null and void. And with all due respect, we could not recognize that those 15 that were elected are the duly elected members of the BOT. And what is more alarming, in this connection, what is more alarming, Mr. Chair, is that as reflected, as a result of my research, it is reflected on the Articles of Incorporation and bylaws of the Tagaytay Mission Camp, particularly paragraph 7 of their bylaws. Nakalagay po doon na yung Tagaytay Mission Camp property, ang owner daw po yun ay Tagaytay Mission Camp Conference Inc. It is reflected there, doon po sa paragraph 7 ng bylaws. Why is that so? At nakalagay po doon that this property will remain as the property of the Tagaytay Mission Camp Conference Center, Convention Center Inc. Why is this so? Paulit-ulit po doon. Noon pong, when the Articles of Incorporation bylaws was drafted and filed before the Securities and Exchange Commission on 27, na-i-reflect na po doon yung particular na article po, Article 7. And when they amended it, sana po, nung inamend nila, sana inalis na nila yon na hindi sila ang na nakalagay doon na they are the owners. We thought all the while that when they amended the Articles of Incorporation and bylaws, they would be deleting or amending that portion, specifying that they are the property of those 3 parcels of land, which is wrong, which is not true. Now, I would want to ask Madam Mariano if you are aware of that.
First, yung sinasabi ninyo that hindi members, yung those who came in the meeting, some were not members, because you were only talking of the 30 that was elected here. But our membership we made it 50 because yun ho existing members, corporate members, hindi ho pwedeng alisin yon. Because at the very start, kasama po yun sa nung in-incorporate po yung Tagaytay Mission Camp, they were the original members of the corporation.
During the 105th, 106th,
yes, no,
and 107 regulars, wala pong binabanggit na ganun po.
Hindi po, because we were asked to be incorporated in 2001 to 2006, yun po yung pinag-uusapan. And Mr. Gam de Armas made a recommendation, the incorporation of the papers to the TMC, which was being debated on hanggang po sa ito ay si Dr. Carlito Puno recommended that the incorporations of the TMC, including the Articles of Incorporation, be referred to the Chancellor and was amended. So in 2007, ito po ay na-incorporate
Okay.
na. Okay?
Pero po,
And then in 2008,
Sandali.
ito
Okay.
po ay
Sorry. Sige po. Sorry.
report ito po ay yung report po ng Tagaytay Mission Camp ay tinanggap po. It was accepted. It was approved. Voted to accept the report of the Tagaytay Mission Camp and Conference Center. This is in page 65 of the 109th regular session. And then, yung mga reports po na the following years, 2009, 2009, ito po this was always been accepted. Wala pong question doon, kinwestiyon doon. And then, it was only nung time ninyo po that you were questioning, and then you moved na mag-elect ng PAC ng 30. So, although we were saying na parang how can, hindi ba on the question of law, how can an incorporated body be questioned by another incorporated body? Hindi pwedeng sakupin yon. Okay. But then, para na lang po for peace and harmony, because we are all brothers and sisters here. So we acceded na lang na tanggapin din yung 30 para maging 50 na lang ho, total. Now, meron pong kayong nag-meeting kayo noon and elected officers, and wala po yung old members. So, hindi po tinanggap ni Bishop Juan yun. Sabi niya, why you did that, na mag-elect kayo, tapos not even one of the existing officers kasama doon. So, how can you say na ito po ay parang inaayos ninyo yung ating Tagaytay Mission Camp? So, kami naman po, we acceded na i-include yung 30 kaya naging 50 po. So, do not say that nung January po, ay yung may dumating na 50 na hindi po members ng corporate members ng Tagaytay Mission Camp. Hindi po yung totoo.
Oh, sige,
okay,
Attorney Carlos.
Sasagutin ko lang po.
Sige po.
Assuming, Madam, without admitting na tatama po yung sinasabi ninyo, yet, noon pong 105th, 106th, and 107th regular session, klaro na po yun eh. Yun pong sinasabi ninyo na question about the authority of a corporation, questioning another corporation. Resolved na po yun, matagal na po yun. Kaya nanyo pa ulit-ulit. And that has been resolved during the 105th, 106th, and 107th approved the regular session. Alam po niyo, ang nagiging issue na ngayon is growing eh. Lumalaki po. I think the issue now, Mr. Chair, if you don't mind, please. Ang issue na ngayon po, can an individual, a group of individual, an officer, a group of officer, defy, disregard, or disobey and approve conference actions? Yan po ang issue ngayon eh. Can you do that? I think that's the issue.
At sandali po, will you allow the chair to
Yes po.
to speak?
Opo.
Can I ask Pastor Menry to please preside as I participate in the discussion, because I was the one who convened the meeting. Oh.
Thank you, Bishop Seri.
Bishop, good afternoon.
Just presiding officer. Go
Mga
ahead,
kapatid,
Bishop.
ako po yung nag-convene nung corporation meeting. Sapagkat ako po ay inatasan nyo na i-resolve yung problema, yung issue na dinatnan ko sa pag-preside ko sa unang pagkakataon. Now, sabi natin doon sa action at nag-apil ako sa inyo na kung maaari bigyan niyo ako ng sapat na panahon para pag-aralan ko sapagkat stranger po ako sa pinag-uusapan ninyo. And I don't want to make any action which at the end will damage the church. Not only an institution, but the whole church. I'm very careful of that. Now, part of the action was to consult my predecessor, which I did. And then I consulted also some legal minds. Then after that, I made a decision to convene the two groups. The original corporators and the members nominated by the Philippines Annual Conference. And that's what you are saying, that I have violated the action of the conference. Mga kapatid, I want to resolve this issue. I don't want the church to go further on that very important property which all of us should be proud of, be a center of our disagreement. I want unity in the church, because if you will read, the purpose and the function of the bishop is to seek unity and strengthen relationship in the church, the whole church, which I serve as a shepherd of the flock. Now, I understand you, my chancellor, and you have written me several letters, but we have no chance to talk face to face.
Yes.
Because you are busy, I am doubly busy. Now, I know I have disobeyed the action of the conference. But my purpose is to resolve the issue. Because this is a property of the church, and we are all members of the church. Now, who made that decision? Who made that decision? It is the Philippines Annual Conference. And you reiterated that 2 or 3 times in the successive annual conferences. In my mind, if you want that issue to be resolved, you adhere to the ruling of the bishop. You adhere to the decision of the bishop, because the bishops, not only me, but including Bishop Juan, believes that's the way we can be in agreement. Now, what will happen to your action? My humble proposal, my dear Chancellor and friends, we can rescind that action, because you are the one who made that decision. And if you will rescind that action, you make a motion to adopt the decision made by the bishop. And I think, as brothers and sisters in the Lord, we can reconcile, and then we can start a new beginning. That is the way, I think, the way forward. So mga kapatid, that's my appeal to you, para lang ma-resolve ito, sapagat ayoko po na yung ganitong napakahalagang property na dapat makinabang ang simbahan ay pinag-aawayan. I want the church, the Mother Philippines Annual Conference, to move forward, and let's go away with some technicalities. Let's go away with legalities. And let's move forward in the spirit of love, understanding, and reconciliation. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, well, with the admission of the bishop,
Yes,
that
go ahead.
It was his responsibility to defy for the sake of the unity of this church, then who am I to disobey, since I am just a chancellor?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Attorney
At least
Carlos.
I have made my point.
So there is an
Bishop.
appeal before us. That appeal comes from our beloved bishop. So let's discuss that appeal. There are several ways that you can do with that appeal. He's suggesting that there would be a rescinding of an action. Now, if I would suggest also, because it will take 2/3 vote of that, and it will take time. The only way that you can do is to confirm the action of the bishop relative to the disposal of the election. And it is just simply a majority vote, and we're done. All right. I think I saw the hand of Judge Larida first.
Thank you, presiding
Officer.
officer. Presiding bishop.
Officer, just officer.
I subscribe to the suggestions to tama po to confirm.
Yeah, to confirm.
I subscribe to the suggestion of the presiding officer to confirm, to avoid meeting the two-thirds vote.
Precisely.
To rescind. Saka hindi naman ho ata magandang term yung to rescind.
Opo. May discussion
So,
pa po dun. Pag
opo.
pinresent yung rescind natin yan.
Ang in support of the motion to confirm the action or to ratify the action of our bishop regarding the resolution of the impasse on the Tagaytay Mission Camp, which to his mind, he put the best interest of the church in mind. At saka po talagang overtaken na po ng maraming events yung 105 resolution ng PAC, 106 hindi naman na-implement. Overtaken na. Alam mo ni Attorney Carlos, ang ating chancellor, na may principle tayo sa law na pag nag-change na yung circumstances, we have to make the necessary adjustment. We have a change situation na eh. We cannot already implement the action, the previous action of the PAC 105, 106 have been overtaken by supervening events. So I think I move to confirm po, ratify the action of our beloved bishop on the resolution of the impasse on the
All right.
Tagaytay
So is
Mission.
there a second to that?
Mr. Chair.
Is there a second to that? All right. It's now seconded. Do you want to discuss that motion to
Yes,
confirm
yes.
the action?
It was clear, Mr. Chair.
Excuse
It was
me.
clear that our bishop, my bishop, clearly used the word rescind.
Yeah.
Those approved conference actions, not ratify. And even if you ratify it, in effect, you are rescinding those those approved conference actions. So you cannot get away with rescinding if you are going to ratify it.
No. Let me explain.
Okay.
Let me
Sige po.
explain.
Sige po.
When you make an action to confirm it, that superseded everything. Meaning to say, once you confirm it, you are now accepting the fact that that resolution by the bishop would be the answer to all those actions of these 105, 106, and 107 actions of the conference.
And in effect, you are rescinding it.
In effect.
That is the effect,
In
yes.
effect, in effect,
So in
yes.
effect, what would the good bishop, the reverend bishop, is trying to say is, he was very clear in his statement. He want to rescind all those approved conferences. Narinig natin. Can you state that
All right.
again?
So I'll take that,
Rescind
attorney.
po.
Yes, let me
It's
cut
a
your
ratify. It's a ratify.
Let me cut you right now.
Sige po.
I will take your notation as statement against the motion.
To-
All right?
No,
the
no, no,
motion
no, no.
the motion before excuse me. The motion
excuse
at
me,
hand.
I am for the bishop,
Precisely.
for rescinding it.
Yeah, but there is a motion before you. The motion before you is to confirm the action of the bishop relative to the resolution of the Tagaytay issue. It was seconded. So what is before you is the confirmation. Now, if you're against that confirmation in support of Bishop Series to rescind, because it's only appeal, it's not a motion, it is only appeal. Therefore, I consider that as a statement against the motion that is before us. Thank you. All right, any more speaker? Yes, Attorney Ferrer.
Let us do this properly. We follow the rules. Yung una, it was an action done by the annual conference, right?
That's correct, 105 session.
Precisely. And it's only the annual conference that could possibly rescind. The bishop could not just rescind it by his own action. It is the annual conference. This is August body. Rescind it and then come up with another motion to ratify yung ginawa nito. Yun lang po, let's do it properly according to the rules of order.
Mr.
Yeah,
Chair,
thank you.
I think what the good bishop said was he's asking the annual conference to rescind. Hindi siya ang nagre-rescind po. He's asking us to rescind. Kaya we have to take it if we are going to approve that or not. Yun po ang request ng ating bishop. And I am for that. To rescind kung yun ang gusto. Why not? But
Yeah.
the conference should act on it.
Now, what I'm saying right now is this. When you rescind your previous action, you have to reconsider that action back to the floor. So we have 105, 106, and 107. We have to reconsider those actions. Now, do you have those actions? 105, 106, 107? Once it's already reconsidered, then we can act on the rescinding action. If we have done that, that can be done. But what is before you right now is the confirmation. All right? When you confirm it, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're rescinding it. You are just in agreement that the action of the bishop would be the right decision to resolve this issue once and for all.
I agree. And that has the effect of rescinding it.
Well, that's your point, Attorney
I submit.
Carlos. Yes. Okay. Is there anyone? Okay, I heard already 2 speakers against the motion. I need a speaker for the motion to confirm.
Bishop Mindillo.
Yes.
Una po sa lahat, no, yung pong appeal ng ating obispo para maging motion natin officially, ay lahat naman tayo papabor doon eh. Kasi kung yung pinag-usapan nga nila sa General Conference, na-approvean dito yung katakot-takot na one church eh. How much more ito, liit? Huwag na tayong pag-aaway doon. Now, huwag na tayong maging technical. Ang gusto ng ating obispo, kalimutan na natin yung nakaraan at gagawa na siya na maganda.
Yun nga po.
Napakasimple lang, Bishop.
Opo.
I
Kaya
think
nga po.
you understand the parliamentary procedure.
Yeah.
Inyo ang Bishop ay nagre-rescind and it's here. We have the witness here. Bishop is now rescinding. Sinabi niya, hanggang dito narinig namin, rescind. Ang dali-dali naman yun eh. Lahat naman tayo papayag. But the chair would like to appeal the chair na pagbigyan ng tayo.
Teka muna po. Tama po yan.
You are wasting
So, is
our
there
time, Bishop.
Okay, well taken. That is against the motion beforehand. Let me say this. We are discussing the motion before us. The motion is to confirm. We have heard already 3 speeches against it. I will no longer entertain you,
Parliamentary
Brother
inquiry,
Panique.
Bishop.
Yes, go ahead, Earl.
Point of parliamentary inquiry, Bishop. There is no such thing as confirm the rescinding. The Bishop says that is the original motion to rescind.
Let me
That's
explain.
all.
We are not confirming the rescinding. We are confirming the action of the bishop insofar as calling a meeting and resolving the situation and be able to move forward with that. And he admitted that he did not follow the action of the conference. And that's a gesture that is so wonderful, admitting of that responsibility. The point is very simple. We are just confirming that responsibility. I think that's the point of judge. Now, is there any motion here to make a substitute?
Substitute, Brother President Tempore.
Yes.
Ang substitute po ay ganito. I move to rescind all previous relevant actions of this conference to support the appeal of our Bishop Seri Francisco.
All right, so there is a substitute here. Now, do you want to discuss the substitute? Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of the substitute? Against the substitute? There is none. If there is none, are you ready to vote? All right, the substitute motion is to rescind all those previous actions relative to this. Mr. Secretary, will you kindly repeat that motion for all the members of the conference to see and to understand?
Parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, what is a parliamentary inquiry?
When you say rescind, in a parliamentary procedure is
Two-thirds. Two-thirds.
Okay?
Two-thirds.
Two-thirds.
All right. Medyo mahaba po yan kasi ipipresent natin yung action ng 105, 106, and 107. Okay. Gusto nyo parliamentarily? Gusto po ninyo? Very technical? I will give it. Please show to us here action. Paki-flash po dito. 105 action, 106 action, 107 action. Hindi ho tayo po pwedeng sabihin i-rescind. You rescind. What to rescind? What is specific action to be rescinded? No, it's a two-thirds vote. You know, kailangan i-consider muna natin to rescind it. You know, tama yung kapatid, pag ito ay, ganito po yan, sa parliamentary, pag may notice, that's majority. Without notice to rescind is two-thirds. Ang ginagawa ho natin dito, without notice, meaning to say, it crop up from our discussion. There was no action or ahead of us saying that we are going to rescind a particular action. Since this is emanating from a non-noticed situation, then we need two-thirds vote. Yun po yun. So, pakibasa na lang po yun, yung i-rescind natin. Pwede po ba? 105, 106, 107. O ganito na lang. Siguro, let's give our full trust to each one here na meron tayong i-rescind. Kung ano man yung i-rescind na yon, hindi ko alam kung ano yung i-rescind.
Mr. Chair, I think we should ask the bishop. He's asking for the rescission of those previous actions.
Tama po.
So, pag minsan na lang po natin para to simplify matters.
Tama na nga po. Nasaan nga po yung i-rescind? Tatanungin ko kayo.
Tatlo.
Nasaan yung i-rescind natin? Will you kindly show us what to rescind?
Si Bishop po nakakaalam nun.
Bishop, paki-guide nyo ka kami. Ano yung i-rescind po?
Mga kapatid, yan ang sinasabi ko sa inyo. Let's do away with some technicalities to simplify our decision. So yung kung in due respect to my future bishop, kung isa-isahin pa po natin yon, it will take time. We are now operating on the basis of trust and respect. So, gawin na lang siguro natin, let's rescind altogether yung tatlong actions na yon. And then once na na-decision na natin yon, we can confirm. We can now move forward.
Okay, so with the complete trust, whatever it is, kung ano man yung i-rescind na yon, hindi natin malaman. So, we have now the substitute motion. Are you ready to vote for that? All right. There is a motion to rescind that action. Yes, before we do that, there is some... excuse me, Attorney Ferrer. I called up Mr. Bawan.
Yung mga dinesisyonan po natin ng mga nakaraang konferensya, kasama po doon yung election ng 30 member ng korporasyon.
Malamang po, ganun po yun.
Kung i-rescind natin yon as if they were not elected. Yung action po na ginawa ni Bishop, pinagsama niya yung member ng korporasyon at yung ibang nasabihan na elected ng annual conference. At nagkaroon ng election ng 15 na board member ng Tagaytay Mission Camp. Kapag inirescind po natin yon, ano yung authority nung mga 16 na sumama doon sa meeting na nag-elect ng board of directors?
Wala na po, inirescind na ninyo.
Ayun po. Yun po ang tanong. Kapag inirescind natin,
So, I'm just giving you an alternative way how to do it. Excuse me. Yes, Attorney for the chair. This will be the last speaker and then we'll vote for that rescinding action.
There's nothing to rescind because what the bishop did was to implement the action of this conference by adding those 30 members of as members of the board of the Tagaytay Mission Club. So, in line with that, there's nothing to rescind because if you rescind the action of this conference, the 16, it's true, the 16 members that attended, they don't have the authority to attend that. There's no basis for, because some of the members of the board of directors that were elected, they're part of the 30. So if you're going to nullify everything. So there's nothing to rescind. The bishop implemented the action of this conference, and the motion of Judge Larida is proper. That for us to confirm and ratify the action of the bishop as implementing the action of this conference. Thank you.
All right, so I will no longer call anyone else. We're about to vote. I'm sorry. We have to dispose this. I'm sorry. Please be seated. I will no longer entertain anyone. We will dispose this. You want to rescind it? You acted on this as a substitute. Then are you ready now? Secretariat, will you kindly count? All right, the motion before us by Brother Earl is to rescind all actions then relative to Tagaytay Mission Camp. 105, 106 session, and 107 session. Now, sasabihin ko sa inyo ang repercussion ng lahat ng yan. What is this, Brother Earl?
Brother President, hindi lang po to rescind yung sinabi ko, to uphold. Yun pong ginawa, yung appeal ng ating
We will
bishop.
take it one by one. You cannot rescind and at the same time to uphold. Let's take this one by one. No.
Yun yung motion
I'm
na
sorry.
binanggit ko kanina, to rescind, to uphold. Binanggit ko po yan eh.
Hindi nga po pwedeng i-rescind to uphold. Because if you rescind something, you are removing all those authorities that you have given to those members of the corporation.
Yung context po
Tapos i-uphold mo yung ngayon, yung sinabi, yung kay Bishop, nirescind mo na nga yung kapangyarihan noon nila ngayon, pagkatapos i-uphold mo. I think that's two different things. Okay.
Dalawang magkaugnay na action yun eh.
Alright.
You are rescinding all previous relevant actions ng conference natin to uphold yung appeal ng ating obispo. Kaya tama po yun. There is nothing contrary.
Mr. Secretary, will you kindly read again the motion beforehand?
Mr. Chair, I would like to invoke rule number 12.
Yes.
And I would like to ask him to give it in writing because to make it clear.
The Secretary would like to write that particular motion. I-dispose ko na. Alright, so are you ready to vote now? Para matapos natin, medyo nagkinuha natin yung oras natin. Those who would like to vote on this substitute motion now, okay? Pakisulat nga uli kapatid na Earl. To rescind and to uphold. Ganun ba yan? To rescind and to uphold. Kasi hindi na-catch na ating secretary. To rescind and to uphold.
Point of inquiry, Mr. Chair.
Yes, go ahead.
Gusto ko lang kong tanungin yung mga qualified na boboto po dito para maging accurate po tayo.
Ay lahat po ng miyembro ng konferensya.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Because the matter belongs to the conference. All right, I will entertain inquiries. Okay.
Point of inquiry, Bishop.
Yes, go ahead.
Since you are only entertaining inquiry, I have an inquiry regarding the motion. Pwede ho ba nating malaman kay Obispo ngayon? Kasi siya ang nagbigay ng original motion na sabi niya kanina, rescind altogether. Baka hindi, mayroong reaksyon kanina ng the Brother Bawan Tinatanong niya kanina, kasama ba yung mga tao? Hindi, gusto ko lang pong malaman sa ating po, nandiyan naman si Bispo.
Ganito
personally,
ganito lang.
may we ask Bishop again to linawin mabuti yung all together. Thank you po.
Bispo.
Ang akin pong iniisip kasi kung bakit pumasok sa isip ko yung reason kung ano mang term ang dapat, bahala na kayo doon. Pero ang akin lang damdamin doon ay yung ginawa kong pagko-convene at pag-i-elect doon sa inelect ninyo, saka yung original members of the corporation, ipahalagahan ninyo at kung ano may naging action nun, i-affirm nyo po yon. Parang ganon. Hindi ko iniisip yung pag niresign mo, yung inelect nyo, mawawala. No, that's not in my mind.
Okay. So, are you ready now? Okay, Secretariat.
So the motion is to rescind all previous relevant actions of the PAC and to uphold the appeal of Bishop Francisco.
All right. Yes. Any inquiry?
Paalala ko lang po sa mga delegado, dito po tayo sa conference, bar wag na po tayong umalis at binibilang po ang tamang bilang.
Alright, are you ready to vote? Those who are in favor
Sandali
of
lang
the...
po, okay lang po.
Yeah.
Inquiry lang po. Pwede po bang isama ng sekretariat yung sinabi ni Obispo? Yung lately lang po, yung kasasabi lang ni Obispo. Pwede po bang isama ng sekretariat yon?
Saan isasama?
Sa records po nila.
Sa record?
Sasama naman po talaga namin.
Naka-recorded naman po yan. Alright, lahat ng sumasang-ayon, pakitaas po ang kamay. Kanang kamay. Doon sa musyon ng kapatid na Earl. Yung musyon ni kapatid na Earl to rescind and to uphold. Pakitaas ang kamay. Sorry po, nagbibilangan na po tayo, DS. We are now counting.
DS, Mr. Chair, kindly repeat the motion because most of
Ito
the
po'y pang-sampu
members
na.
here
Okay.
are questioning each other. Thank you.
Pang-sampu na pong babanggitin. Pang-sampu. Okay, Mr. Secretary, pakilakasan nga po.
Okay, the motion is to rescind all previous relevant actions of the PAC and to uphold the appeal of Bishop Francisco. Gusto niyo po bang Tagalog translation? I need.
Oh, what is that? Parliamentary inquiry? Okay.
Ito pong ating bobotohan ay substitute, right?
Substitute po yan.
Pero meron pang isang motion ng Judge Larida motion.
Yes.
Di po ba?
Tama
to
po
confirm. Okay? Yun po ang pwede po bang liwanagin natin yon para
Tama po
naintindihan
yan.
namin kung ano ang bobotohan
Ang
namin.
uunahan pong bobotohan yung substitute. Pag ang substitute po nanalo, kalimutan nyo na yung motion ng kapatid na judge. Ito ang magiging main motion natin. Pag ito ang naging main motion, it is before you. You can even debate again on that. If you want to put something on it, you can. Ang ginagawa lang natin, alin po ang gusto natin, yung kay judge o yung kay Brother Earl. Pag ang gusto ninyo kay Brother Earl, mawawalang bisa yung musyon ng kapatid na judge. Ito ngayon ang magiging pinakamusyon na pag-uusapan po natin. Handa na po. Okay, lahat na sang-ayon sa musyon, substitute motion ni Brother Earl Canlas. Pakitaas po ang kanang kamay. Ayan, nilalakasan ko na yung boses ko para naririnig hanggang sa kaduluduluhan. Pakibaba po ang mga kamay na nakaboto na. Lahat po ng tutol sa motion, pakitaas din po ang kamay. All right, can I get the result? Para pagkatapos nito, tapos na tayo sa Tagaytay, wala na sana susunod sa susunod na taon. At magpapatayo na ng napakalalaking building doon. How many are in favor? All right. In favor, 93. Against, 52. And therefore, you have the motion. The motion is before you now. Do you want to discuss it further? If there is none, if there is none, those who approve this motion say aye. Those who oppose do the same. It is done. Bispo, tapos na po ang aking assignment.
Mga kapatid, salamat po sapagkat ito ang daan ng kapayapaan. At tayo we will move forward. Alam niyo, meron akong isang kwento na, pwede ba akong magkwento? Hindi na ako magsesermon mamaya bago mag-appointment. Meron pong magkapatid na napaka-sweet. Pareho silang nakamana ng ari-arian. Kaya nagdesisyon sila na hatiin yung ari-arian nila at sila'y nagpagawang pareho ng bahay. At yung kanilang bahay ay magkalapit lang. Siyempre, nag-asawa silang pareho, dumating yung panahon na sila nagkasamaan ng loob. Dati magkasamang kumain, pero dumating yung panahon na ayaw na nilang magkita. Isang araw, yung kanyang kuya, nakaisip, paano kayang ang kapatid ko hindi ko na makikitang madalas? So, ang ginawa niya, nung wala yung kanyang kapatid, pumunta sa bukid, tumawag siya ng karpintero. Sabi ng karpintero, sabi ng may-ari, pwede bang gumawa ka ng malalim na pagitan ng aming bahay? So ginawa naman, sinunod. Yung kanyang kapatid, hindi na makalipat ngayon sapagkat meron ng pagitan. Yun naman bunso, samantalang sumama ang kanyang loob sa ginawa ng kanyang kapatid. Nag-isip din ng paraan. Ang ginawa niya naman, tumawag naman siya uli ng karpintero. Sabi niya, ikaw ayaw mo na akong makatawid yan. Ako naman ayoko na kitang makita. So, in-instruct niya yung kanyang karpintero, pumutol ka ng maraming puno, gumawa ka ng pader. Umalis siya. Pagkatapos, nagbalik. Kinahapunan. Alam niyo, yung nakita niya nung siya bumalik, hindi siya sinunod ng karpintero. Sa halip, ang ginawa ng kanyang karpintero, gumawa ng tulay. So nagagalit siya, sabi niya. Dumating yung kanyang kapatid, sabi niya, itong kapatid kong bunso, napakabuting tao, napakabait. Sapagkat ayoko na siyang makita, pero siya naman, gumawa pa siya ng tulay para kami magkaugnayan. So tinawag nila yung karpintero, sabi nila, bakit ganon? Hindi ka sumunod doon sa instruction ko. Sabi ng karpintero, gentlemen, I am a carpenter. And my work is not to build division, but my role is to build a bridge. Mga kapatid, there are times that we cannot understand each other. but in the spirit of love, forgiveness, and understanding for the sake of God's mission. Let us build bridges of relationship. Sabi nung karpintero, better stay with us. Sabi naman nung karpintero, sorry, there are many bridges that I want to build. Praise God, because this afternoon, the carpenter built a bridge to connect us. So palakpakan natin ang Panginoon at ako po'y naniniwala. And let me assure you that I will not let Tagaytay Mission Camp to work without our guidance. And of course, my Chancellor, I will always look up to you so that all legal matters can be addressed, especially during the time that I'm your bishop. Sige po. Sige, attorney, sige.
In obedience to the majesty of our bishop, to whom I hold the loftiest and highest respect, and with the guidance and blessings of our Lord, our God Almighty, I succumbed to His will. After all, He has admitted that He has to defy, for the sake of unity, all those approved conference action. Now, further to unity, Mr. Chair, I would want to follow up. I would want to move, after discussing the need to have a contract, I would want to move that there has got to be a memorandum agreement or any kind of agreement that would govern the relationship between PAC and Tagaytay Mission Camp on how to administer, overseer, and
harmoniously
the property.
All right. I think that's in order.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready to vote on that? That's a good idea for the harmonious relationship between Tagaytay Mission Center and the Philippines Annual Conference. Those who would uphold that motion, please lift your hands. Those are opposed, do the same. It is approved.
And who will draft the contract or the agreement?
Who?
I think it's the Board of Trustees.
I am not the one who will do that.
Yes, I move that we refer that matter to the Board of Trustees together with our Chancellor.
All right, that's before you. Are you ready to vote on that? That we refer this to the Board of Trustees. Those who would support that, say aye. Those are opposed, say nay. All right, salamat po at thank you, my future bishop, for helping us in disposing this issue. And I hope, my friends, my sisters and brothers, that this is the beginning of a good working relationship in the kingdom of God. DS Robert? Sige po.
So, Bishop, natouch po ako doon sa kwento na inyo pong naibahagi at nakikita ko po yung atmosphere ng ating conference ay talagang napakatindi ng tulay na ginagawa po ng ating Panginoon. Kung papayagan po ninyo sa bahaging ito, sana magkaroon po tayo ng kahit na very simple Thanksgiving prayer at patuloy nating invite yung presence pa ng ating Panginoon sa ating pong kalagitnaan. At kung i-allow po ninyo, ako na po yung manguna. Okay po.
Can we all rise to pause for a moment and let's give thanks to God.
Sige po, sa bahaging ito, nakikita ko po, we have the reason to celebrate sapagkat ipinagkakaloob po ng Panginoon sa atin yung kanyang napakatinding presensya at yung kanyang kalooban ng patuloy na nagaganap. Sa taas po natin yung pangalan ng ating Panginoon. Nawitin po natin yung He is Lord sapagkat siya lamang yung Diyos na atin pong kinikilala sa lugar na ito. He is Lord. He is Lord. He has risen from the dead. and He is Lord. Every knee shall bow, every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. Make it personal. You're my Lord. You're my Lord. You're my Lord. You have risen from the dead, and you're my Lord. And my knee shall bow, and my tongue confess that Jesus Christ is my Lord. Sige po tayo manalangin. Banal at makapangyarihang Diyos, sapagkat tunay nga pong napakadakila ng iyong pangalan at ng iyong kapangyarihan sa amin pong mga buhay. Salamat po sapagkat kumikilos kayo sa amin pong kalagitnaan upang patunayan na kayo ang Diyos ng Philippines Annual Conference, o aming Panginoon. Salamat sa aming obispo, aming Ama, na ginagamit niyo po ng lubusan hindi lamang para pangunahan ang annual conference na ito, kundi upang patuloy niyang maipadama yung kanyang pagiging Ama, aming Panginoon, sa konferensyang ito at maging sa buong Manila Episcopal area. Salamat aming Panginoon sa lahat ng mga manggagawa, mga pastors, mga deaconesses, at lahat ng mga delegates, lay delegates na naririto ngayon, aming Panginoon, sapagkat kami nagkakaisa at patuloy na tinatanggap ang iyong banal na kalooban. Nagpapasalamat po kami sapagkat alam namin na pinagkaloob nyo na ang katagumpayan para sa 108 regular session ng PAC, sapagkat isa lamang pong pangalan ang itinataas sa lugar na ito, ang pangalan ng Panginoong Kristo na siyang pinakamakapangyarihan sa lahat. O aming Ama, maraming salamat po sapagkat magpapatuloy kami hanggang sa matapos ang session na ito, nataglay ang pagtatagumpay sa aming mga puso, kagalakan at inspirasyon ng iyong banal na Espiritu, at ang tagumpay na nararanasan namin dito, ibababa namin sa kanya-kanyang distrito, ibababa sa mga local churches, at mas matindi pa ang gagawin po ninyong pagtatagumpay, aming Panginoon, sa Philippines Annual Conference, sapagkat kayo ang Diyos na amin pong sinusunod. Kayo lamang ang aming pastol, kayo lamang po ang authority sa amin pong mga buhay. Binabalik po namin sa iyo ang kapurihan at ang karangalan sa tanging pangalan ng Panginoong Jesus. Amen. Amen. Palakpakan po natin ang Panginoon. God bless PAC.
Amen. Salamat po. Now, let's accept the report of the Tagaytay Mission Camp. Natanggap na ba natin yan? Sige. Yes.
Bishop, may isa lang po kami recommendation. We would like to invite the Philippines Annual Conference to hold the next annual conference in Tagaytay.
Yes, there's an invitation for the Philippines Annual Conference to hold our 109th session in Tagaytay Mission Center.
Free.
Free. Paano ho natin ma-maintain yung meron ho tayong sinasweldohan? Ano ho ibabayad natin sa caterer? Pero special price naman po, nakita yung special price naman po for PAC.
Atin naman ho yan, baka pwede namang mga 50%.
All right, the invitation is before you. Do you want to refer that to the cabinet?
Yes, Bishop. Hindi pa ho dapat obispo dahil mamaya pa yun yung disciplinary action po yun.
Sige, kaya nga. Sige. Okay.
Bishop, ang tingin ko po meron dagdag lang na motion na maaring makatulong. I move that the trustees be authorized to conduct a review of the articles and bylaws of Tagaytay Mission Camp so as to satisfy paragraph 2506 defining who is the principal and who is the principal corporation and who is the affiliate or subsidiary corporation, so as to clarify yung relationship ng conference and Tagaytay Mission Camp.
Whom do you refer yung Board of Trustees ng PAC?
Apo, authorize yung PAC Board of Trustees po.
All right, so there is a motion before you to authorize the Board of Trustees to review the corporation, articles of corporation of Tagaytay Mission Camp, and see the ganun na nga. All right, lahat ng sangayon po, taas ang kamay. Yung tutol, ganun din, pinagtibay. Pasensya po kayo, yung kasing mind ko, natapos na hanggang 3:30 kasi yung session eh. Pagod na. Alright, ano na natitira natin? Ba, wag na recess kayo naman, no? Ilig nyo sa recess eh. Alright, resolution. Meron ba? Sige po, kung ready na kayo, let's do it now. And then after nyan ay business of the conference and then closing. Ano ba tong resolution na to? Hindi ito yung hinahanap ko. Yung report ng Committee on Resolutions. Sino bang members ng Committee on Resolutions? Sinong chair ng Committee on Resolutions? Ha? Manny Managelod? Petition to eh. But I'm asking for the report of the Committee on Resolution and thanks to the conference. Wala bang wala pa. Ay, nako, hindi natin pwede hintayin kung wala. We'll proceed with the business of the conference and that is the disciplinary question. All right, there is no resolution of thanks. The chair is not around. What is before you is what we refer to the Committee on Resolutions with regards to the appeal na suportahan ng LGBTQXIY. Lahat ng issue na may kinalaman sa human sexuality. Okay. Disciplinary question. Baka yung next time, reminder, ang lalagay niyong chair, especially in resolutions, yung nag-i-stay. Kasi kapag nilagay yung chair at wala kayong inassign, yan, uwi tayo na hindi tayo nakapagpasalamat man lang. Nga labang inassign? Sige, let's move on. Let's review the business of the conference. Who are elected for quadrennium statisticians?
Charles Jenkins Mendoza and Noel Vincent Miguel.
Secretary,
Daryl M. Osias.
Treasurer,
Lilian Olgado.
Chancellor.
Juanito R. Carlos Jr.
Is the annual conference incorporated?
Yes, the Philippines annual conference is incorporated and is duly registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Banding and auditing, what officers handling funds of the conference have been banded and in what amount?
None, Bishop.
Have the books of the said officers or person been audited?
Yes, Bishop.
Have the conference boards, commissions, committees, and councils been appointed and constituted?
Yes, all annual conference agencies have been appointed and constituted based on the reorganization done in 2017.
Have the secretary, treasurer, and statistician kept the respective records according to forms prescribed by the United Methodist Church?
Yes, they have, Bishop.
What is the report of the statistician?
The annual conference statistician reported the following. The number of professing members increased by 2.64%. The number of baptized members increased by 9.85%. The number of constituents increased by 17.60%. Average worship attendance increased by 7.25%. Sunday school attendance increased by 153.48%. The statistician also reported that 3 local churches failed to submit their statistical report. For details, see the full report, Bishop.
What is the report of the treasurer?
The treasurer reported that the local churches remitted a total of 2,298,880 pesos in apportionments from January to December 2017. Total receipts for 2017 amounted to 3,265,409 pesos, while total disbursements amounted to 3,297,000 pesos, thereby resulting in a deficit of 31,939 pesos. For details, see the full report, Bishop.
What is the schedule of minimum salaries of pastors and deaconesses?
The Commission on Equitable Compensation recommended a 5% increase on pastors and deaconesses' basic support based on the 2016-2017 schedule of the compensation. Details are to be released after the annual conference.
What is the plan and what are the approved claims of support of district superintendents for the ensuing year?
For district superintendents, the annual conference approved 780,000 pesos. For their transportation allowance, 144,000 pesos. For their housing, 144,000 pesos. Social benefits, 41,310. Health insurance, 60,000 pesos. Pension, 50,400. And for their secretary support, 303,620 for a total of 1,523,330 pesos.
What amount has been appointed to the pastoral charges within the conference to be raised for the support of the conference claimants?
Apportionments of local churches, 2,740,756. Annual session registration fees, 350,000. General Conference Administration Fund, 225,630 for a total of 3,316,386 pesos.
What are the apportionments of the conference?
For the General Conference Administration Fund, 225,630 pesos. Central Administration Fund, 152,000 pesos. And the Integrated Pension Fund, 49,500 pesos.
What are the reports, recommendations, and plans of the conference agencies?
See the reports of the annual conference agencies,
What
Bishop.
United Methodist institution and organizations are approved for annuity responsibility?
Bishop, all institutions receiving appointments.
Who is the conference lay leader?
Jovito J. Sermonia Jr.
What is his report?
The lay leader in his 2018 address implored the annual conference to renew its commitment to God and be more prayerful. He recommended the 6-day dawn prayer, which was referred to the district superintendents for implementation.
Who are the district lay leaders?
For Northwest Metro Manila District, Rainer Puno, and for Southwest Metro Manila District, Armando Bawan.
What churches have been organized?
There were 3 churches: Qatar United Methodist Church, Blessing sorry Bishop, yung lay leader po ng South is Princess Carlos.
Okay.
Okay. The 3 organized local churches are Qatar United Methodist Church, Blessing UMC in Northville, Bagumbong, Valenzuela City, Community of Love UMC in Mahabang Dahilig, Batangas City.
Merged?
Non-bishop.
Discontinued?
Non-bishop.
Relocation into what address?
Non-bishop.
Transferred to other conference?
Non-bishop.
Ministerial relations, Board of Ordained Ministry. Nasaan yung question nito mga kapatid? Nasaan yung question? All right, let's proceed. Number 17. Are the ministerial members of the conference blameless in their life and administration?
Yes, Bishop.
Who constitute the conference administrative review committee?
Clergy, Maximo Gabriel Jr., Restituto Concepcion, Genesis Galanza, alternates, Mary Ann Balatan, Rubinel Estrella.
Who are approved local pastors?
Students, Master of Divinity, Ernesto Aquino Sr., Senior UTS, Edgardo Quinzayas, Midler UTS, Mayjoy Soriano, Midler UTS, Cristina Ramos, Midler UTS, Pre-Theological Studies, Valeroso Orlando Jr., 4th year BS Education, Pateros Tech College.
Full-time.
See list appointments, bishops.
What local pastors are credited with annuity claim on account of full-time service during the past year?
See last year's list of appointments, Bishop.
What preachers coming from other evangelical churches have had their orders recognized?
None.
Who have been admitted from other evangelical churches as traveling preachers?
None, Bishop.
Who have been admitted as probational members?
For
as deacon?
None.
For elders?
Carmelita Katapang, Josephine Serdan, Jonalyn Dinglasan, Norberto Limitares Jr., Gerard Paulo, Julio Sahagon, Marieta San Mateo, Cheryl Ann Marcos.
Who are constituted as continued as probational members, and what progress have they made in their ministerial studies?
Second year, Felipe Bautista Jr., MDiv, graduate April 2017. Second year, Marvin Bunagan, MDiv, graduate January 2018. Second year, Leo Cadabos, MDiv, graduate April 2016.
Who are provisional members discontinued?
None, Bishop.
Teka, yung naging full member coming from provisional members yon. So they are discontinued as on probation.
Yes, Bishop, 3.
And now full connection.
Yeah.
All right, so who are they? Number 27.
Fede La Peña, Joshua Dinglasan, Charis Mingito, Maricel Osias.
Who are admitted into full connection?
Paul Kong.
No, that's 27. Fede La Peña, Josue.
Fede La Peña, Joshua Dinglasan, Charis Mingito, Maricel Osias.
4 deacons.
Paul Kong.
Who have been ordained deacon.
Paul Kong.
Who have been commissioned.
Carmelita Katapang, Josephine Serdan, Jonalyn Dinglasan, Norberto Limitares Jr., Gerald Paulo, Julio Sahagun, Marieta San Mateo, Cheryl Ann Marcos.
Who have been elected elders.
Fede La Peña, Joshua Dinglasan, Charis Mingito, Maricel Osias.
Who have been ordained elders.
Fede La Peña, Joshua Dinglasan, Charis Mingito, Maricel Osias.
Who have been admitted as deacons or elders after election by this conference to accommodate other conferences. as provisional members,
non-bishop,
full connection,
non-bishop,
ordained deacon after election by this
Non-bishop.
conference, ordained elder after election by this conference,
non-bishop,
who are readmitted to conference relationship after honorable or administrative location,
non-bishop,
after involuntary retirement,
non-bishop,
after leaving ministerial office,
non-bishop,
into provisional membership,
non-bishop,
after termination by action of the annual conference,
non-bishop,
reinstated as certified candidate.
non-bishop,
Of those who are admitted to conference relationship who have been elected and admitted as provisional members,
non-bishop,
ordained elders,
non-bishop,
what retired minister have been made effective,
non-bishop,
who have been transferred in from other annual conferences,
Marites Cruz, Glicerio Ferrer, Paul Kong,
who have been transferred out to other annual conferences.
non-bishop,
I am announcing the transferred out of Reverend Fernando Lopez from Philippines Annual Conference to Bulacan Philippines Annual Conference. Let it be on record. Who have had their conference relationship terminated by honorable location,
non-bishop,
by action of the annual conference,
non-bishop,
by withdrawal,
non-bishop,
by judicial procedure.
non-bishop,
What ministerial members have had died during the year? Effective,
Jose Floresca,
retired.
Delpin Romero,
What approved local pastors have died during the year?
non-bishop,
Who are the ministers on leave of absence? And for what number of years consecutively has it held their relationship?
non-bishop,
Who have completed their leave and have returned?
Alan Casuco, Rizal Binag,
Who are granted disability leave,
non-bishop,
sabbatical leave,
non-bishop,
study leave?
Jonavern Lungob,
What ministerial members have been retired this year?
Jaime Gambito, Rolando Bautista.
Previously?
See list of retired members in the service record, Bishop.
What local pastors have been retired this year?
Non-bishop.
Previously?
See list of retired members in the service record, Bishop.
Who are appointed to attend school? Provisional members?
See list of appointments.
Full connection?
See list of appointments.
What is the number of pastoral charges?
63 bishops.
So 63 ang ating pastoral charges. Number of approved provisional members?
11 bishops.
Received into full connection?
5.
Transferred from other annual conferences?
3.
Transferred out to other annual conferences?
Non-bishop.
Hindi, merong isa. Si Fernando Lopez.
Fernando Lopez, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Bishop.
Received from other evangelical churches?
Non-bishop.
Readmitted?
2. Bishop.
Discontinued?
3.
Withdrawn?
None.
Expelled?
None.
Honorably located?
None.
On leave of absence?
1.
Terminated by conference action?
None.
Deceased?
2. Joey Floresca, Delpin Romero.
Clergy women under appointment?
23 bishops.
Retired full members serving as local pastors?
None, Bishop.
Number of district personages?
2 bishops.
Number of provisional members appointed as local church pastors?
11 bishop.
Number of provisional members under special appointment?
See list of appointments.
Number of provisional members appointed to attend school?
2 Norberto Limitares, Gerald Paulo.
Total number of provisional members?
11 bishops.
Number of affiliate or associate members?
3 affiliate members, Alfredo Agdarap, Noel Osborne, Achang Won. 1 associate, Eva Ramos.
Number of effective clergy members in full connection appointed as pastors and district superintendents?
81 bishop.
So ito ang ating full members, full connection.
Yes, Bishop.
Number of effective clergy members in full connection under special appointment?
15 bishop.
Dami, no? Number of effective clergy members in full connection appointed to attend school?
See list of appointments.
On sabbatical leave?
None, Bishop.
Total number of effective clergy members in full connection?
80.
On disability leave?
None.
On leave of absence?
None.
Study leave?
1.
Total number of retired clergy members?
19.
What personal notation should be made
None, Bishop.
Thank you. Please take note of the members of the conference, clergy, and local pastors in full appointment, because next year we'll elect our delegates to the Central Conference and General Conference. So the record must be intact so that when the College of Bishops asks you, please reply immediately. All right, for the deaconesses, where's the deaconess chair? CODS. All right. Who are the deaconesses on probation?
None, Bishop.
Who have been consecrated?
None, Bishop.
Who have been commissioned?
None, Bishop.
Who have been given leave of various kinds of responsibilities?
Family leave, Irma Garcia, Ronadel Chen, Abigail Cruz. Study leave, Myrin Rizardo, and Cindy Carlos, Bishop.
Who have been discontinued?
None, Bishop.
Who have been transferred out to other annual conferences?
None, Bishop.
Who have been transferred in from other annual conferences?
One, Bishop, Deaconess Alice Hazareno.
Who have been reinstated?
None, Bishop.
Who have been retired?
One, Bishop, Deaconess Cristina Flores.
How many deaconesses are ready to receive appointments?
29 deaconesses, Bishop.
29. What other personal dotations should be made?
None, Bishop.
All right, thank you. What are the detailed objectives of this conference for the coming year?
Based on the Episcopal address, the annual conference will concentrate on the following areas: mission, both local and foreign, establishment of a mission fund, review of church worker support, clergy and deaconess development, laity development, active involvement in addressing socio-political challenges. For details, see the full address.
Where shall... Tama ba yan? Doon ba tayo?
Doon po.
May nang istorbo kasi sa akin. Where shall the next session of the conference be held?
It is still to be determined, but there is one invitation from Tagaytay Mission Camp.
Why don't you refer that to the cabinet? Yes, sir. Those who would refer that to the cabinet, say aye. Those who are opposed, say nay. It is referred. Is there any other business?
Yes, Bishop, the election of district committees on ordained ministry and deaconess service, and the district boards of church location and building, an action authorizing the districts to conduct their respective district conferences, and the fixing of clergy and deaconess appointments for conference year 2018-2019.
Very good, Secretary. What changes have been made in appointments since the last conference session?
There was a correction in Marina Esguerra's appointment. She was reappointed to Church of the Savior instead of Martyrs UMC as announced. And with the passing of Reverend Jose Floresca, the District Superintendent of Southwest took over the administration of Pasay First UMC. Reverend David Patenya and Reverend Ruel Javier served as pulpit supplies.
Where are the preacher station for the ensuing year?
That will be announced later, Bishop.
Praise the Lord. Mga kapatid, papayagan niyo ho ba ako na mag-CR lang ako sandali? One minute. Sige, let's have a 5-minute break. Kasi napansin ko nung ako dito nagpe-preside, parang magkakasakit ako sa bato. Kasi dapat ako mag-CR, hindi ako makapag-CR eh. So, malaki babayaran nyo pagka ako nagka-kidney stone. So, mag-ano muna po tayo at ako mag-CR lang sandali. Ayan. O sige, 5 minutes para tayo, o 10 na, sige 10, para wag na 15.
Yun pong approved actions for day 2, ipapamigay po namin mamaya.
Good afternoon po. Narito na po yung sinasabi po ng Harris na 500 per box, yung kanila pong fundraising. So, pirma lang po para po sa Harris Memorial College po ito in support po natin sa kanilang project.